Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys are good today. I'm not gonna lie, I do feel quite annoyed right now. I do feel kind of lost for words. We've drawn with Brentford, that just isn't good enough for me today. I actually think we got lucky at the end. I think it could have gone the other way. We could have scored a chance. We had a great chance as well. But I'm gonna go into the game today. But big up to the chat, obviously. I'd be interested to hear what your take on the game is, what all of you guys have to say. I knew this game was going to be difficult. I never really thought it would be like an easy win. I think I said 2-0, 2-1. Brentford are in a really good position for a reason. They are a great side. They are very resilient. They've made it difficult for us today. So yeah, it's what I expected it to be difficult. Honestly, I don't think we were great today. I don't think we were at our best today either, which did help Brentford. Brentford, probably should have won that actually. They really had some great chances. David Raya kept us in that game many times. In the first half, he made some really important saves. So this game really could have gone. It could have gone their way. It's crazy fact we could have lost this game. So yeah, it wasn't a great game from Arsenal today at all. We have to do much better if we do want to be winning titles. If we want to be up there, we do have to do better. So I'm disappointed with how we've approached this game today. We've just not been good enough today. So we have to be much better in the future. But yeah, this game, I mean, I'm just so disappointed. Yeah, it feels like a loss. I'm not gonna lie to you. I do feel like we've lost today. It does feel like, yeah, it does feel like a difficult one to take. I am disappointed with how we've done today. Big up to Chris, who says it seems like Arsenal only play when playing before City. Sorry, they only play better when they're playing before City. When it's after City, they feel pressure, and you get these performances. Yeah, that's a great point. I think mentally we have a problem with that, as Chris mentioned. I think if we play and then City play, I think we're okay. But when City play and then we play, again, like Chris said, there is pressure on us, and I think we are struggling with that. Um, I do think it is a little bit of an issue mentally with that. I do feel like we are a great side. We've improved this season, but we have to be careful. I think we're only 4 points ahead now. I just want to double check. Gotta be careful, really. Yeah, it's crazy. I do feel a bit worried, but yeah, I think that's the big. I do think it's a problem we're having. It's like when Man City play before us, even if they drop points, if they win, we change how we approach games. Like I do feel like it puts pressure on us that we struggled. So yeah, but big up to the chat. Let me know what your thoughts are on the game. Good to see you, Ashik. City behind you, citizens. Yeah, I do worry about City, to be honest with you. I would, again, I wouldn't be surprised if City ends up winning the league. But I would feel heartbroken. I do feel like we've been on top of the league, top of the table for most of the season, and if Man City do overtake us, it would generally feel like a slap in the face. It would be tough to take, but I wouldn't be surprised. This is sort of why I can't get excited until the season is over, so I can officially be excited. But we are 4 points ahead. It's not the end of the world, but we weren't good enough today. We were really poor today. And big up to LJ. When Rice missed that chance to shoot and passed it to Gyökeres, I just knew it was going to haunt us. That chance at the end for me, that was so difficult. I knew it's really negative to maybe say this, but when we had that chance, I just didn't have the confidence we were going to score that. I do feel like when we go down, when we're 1-1, I think when they scored, I didn't think we could win that game because I just think we could have probably just seen the game out and held on to that 1-0 lead, but I didn't think we could really come back from that. And we did have a great chance where we really should have scored from. Um, but I didn't feel like we would do that. We did have chances, even though we were playing quite bad. We still had chances in the game to win it, and we just fortunately didn't. Credit to Brentford, they deserved something from the game. Yeah, listen, I do give credit to Brentford because I think they are a great side, and I think they made it difficult for us today, especially in that second half. Those last 20 minutes when they scored, they were relentless. Obviously, thankfully, David Raya was able to, you know, step in. Raya was amazing today. Raya was probably our best player. He was incredible, but again, they were relentless, and I'm not surprised. They are a great side. I've seen them a few times this season. They are resilient and they've really improved and come such a long way. So yeah, I think they deserved something. I mean, if I was a Brentford fan, I'd probably want to win, especially how they were towards the end of the game. But that's a good result for Brentford. But I think if you're a Brentford fan, you'd want to win because so much happened. Um, yeah, I just don't think we were good enough today. Um, I do think we came out better in that second half. Obviously, Arteta made a bold decision to take Eze off and bring Odegaard on. Eze didn't do much really. I think Eze's struggling. Not much I can really say other than the fact that Eze won't always start, and when he does start, he needs to make the most of his opportunities, and he's not, and that is worrying me a little bit because Havertz being injured is honestly such a big blow for the team because I felt as though him and Gyökeres could have built this great partnership from the midfield to the attack and really help each other on the pitch. So Havertz not being here, do you think it's a big blow? And then you look at the other options. Odegaard comes on today. Does he do enough for me to think he should start? No, but then Eze hasn't either. So I do think we've got a bit of an issue in that sense. Um, so yeah, we have to improve in that area, and we need these players to step up really. Big up to Moogs Mahdi. Fair play to Brentford. I can't lie, they were the better. Yeah, they were. I mean, I think we got lucky to get something. I mean, we have to win this game. We have to win these games. Man City are piling this pressure on us, but we just didn't do enough for me today. And like you said, they were a better team. They deserve so much credit for that. And yeah, we just weren't good enough today. Um, Big up to saying those home throws are crazy. Yeah, they really are. Obviously, big up to chat as well. And make sure you guys are liking, subscribing. I'm going to be on here for about 30-40 minutes today. So I'm happy to go through all your questions and just have a chit chat. Big up to Anva. Good seeing the chat. Frustrated. We should have created more chances. Yeah, we should have. We didn't really create too much. I mean, we had a few chances here and there, but I don't think we created too much today. Rice would have been a man of the match with an 8 rating, but that chance, yeah, I don't blame you. I think Raya was probably my player today that stepped up. Arsenal invited pressure on. Yeah, we did. I mean, I think again, it comes back to when you're 1-0 up, you do have to get another goal because I think the way we are defensively at the moment, we do concede more goals. We need to get another one. 1-0 up, it's very uncomfortable, especially with how Brentford were playing. I did think I think they were bound to score. They're being relentless. They're putting crosses in the box, winning corners, like they were doing all the right things. So I feel like it was only a matter of time before they got that goal. I do think they deserved that goal. They definitely are an amazing team. But yeah, we did invite this pressure on ourselves, really. I kind of knew this game was going to be a potential banana skin. Yeah, I agree. I don't think it was ever going to be an easy 3 points. I mean, yeah, I think I predicted like a 2-1 win because I just think we'd just edge it. It's just hard to kind of pinpoint what we could have done better. But yeah, I think Brentford are a great side, and we just have to pick ourselves up from this. It's tough. I think we might have Wolves next in the Premier League. I know this weekend we've got Wigan, which would be quite interesting. So yeah, we've got Wolves on Wednesday, so we can just bounce back. We do have to hope Man City drop points as well. Big up to Anvar Pora. Ranieri would have made a difference. Yeah, he would. I do wonder, was that the right thing for us to do? I think with Ranieri, it was a difficult one because I think he should have. I think it was the right thing to go if Arteta didn't have any intention on playing him. But there's games like this where Odegaard's not particularly stepping up in these games. Neither is Eze, and Nwaneri would definitely bring something different to the table. So I think we would have missed him. I think we missed him today, and we could have added something different in this game. Saliba was hugely missed today. Our backline wasn't calm as you expect. I really thought that today. I mean, Gabriel did work hard and everything, but I do feel like without Saliba, we're not ourselves. It's like without Gabriel, without Saliba, we do struggle. I think we're not the same sort of team. So I do agree with you. I do think we lacked that composure a little bit. I think we really missed him today. Obviously, Saliba's got an illness. Arteta did say it's short term, so hopefully Saliba's going to be back for our game next week. Obviously, the Wigan one is not that big. Can rest quite a few players, but yeah, I do think that we have to get Saliba back. We missed him today, we really did. Um, Big up to Thomas. Good game still in our hands. Yeah, I mean, listen, the game wasn't great today, to be honest with you. We have to do much better if we want to win the league. It's just not good enough for us today, and these are the games you need to win. Good to see you, Chris. Hope you're good. These very slow starts need to stop. They did nothing in that first half and only started playing in the second. Yeah, I was really disappointed with that first half performance. It was boring. I was bored watching Arsenal. We just didn't do anything. Um, we didn't create anything. We were losing the ball. We were sloppy. It was just not a good enough half. We literally did nothing. David Raya made a big save at the end, and it's like, why does it have to be the second half? Like you said, Chris, why do we have to wake up after the first half? We should be starting better from the first minute to the last minute. So, yeah, I do feel like for me, we need to be starting games so much quicker. That was such a I think the performance today was actually poor in general. Um, but that first half was really poor. It was boring. I don't actually remember any big chances that we had actually in that first half, because we just had nothing to offer. I was not impressed with that first half at all. It wasn't very exciting. So yeah, I don't know why we start off these games though. If I'm being honest, like I don't know why, that is the case. To be honest with you, because we need to be up for these games. Like again, it goes back to what Chris said before in the chat. I don't know if the team mentally have an issue with Man City playing before us. We do seem to struggle when they do. And I don't know why we do drop points more often when Man City play before us. But there's no excuse today. We've got a fit squad. These players need to step up. I think Eze had to do a bit better today, if I'm being honest. Same when I say Odegaard. When Odegaard comes on off the bench, he's got to provide more. Odegaard had a chance, but again, it's just what we've all seen already. It's just not enough for us. We need to do more if we want to win the league. But yeah, big up to chat. Obviously, if you've got any thoughts on the game, any questions, drop them in. I'm going to go on to the player ratings now, so feel free to join me. It hasn't not going to be too high today because it's not particularly great. But obviously, big up to all of you that are watching. So let's start with David Raya. Now, David Raya was probably the best. He stood out to me. So I think David Raya put in a good performance. To be honest with you, I know there was a few shaky moments here and there in the first half, but I think we would have lost that if it wasn't for him. I think he did really good today. I think he should be happy with his performance. Yeah, I think I'm going to give him an 8 today. I think David Raya made some great saves. Um, yeah, I think he worked so hard. Like we mentioned before, we didn't seem to be as calm at the back today with missing Saliba. So I think David Raya had to really step up today, and I think David Raya did a really good job today. Obviously, the goal we can see, I don't think he could have gotten to that. The power of that goal, the height, I just don't think David Raya could have reached that. But listen, I don't think it was too bad from him today. So give Raya an 8. Now Timber, I think he struggled a little bit today, but I don't think he was bad at all. He got into some good positions. Probably give him a 7. Like, he wasn't awful, but again, I do think we struggled defensively. I don't think probably his best performance, but I think he was pretty good at times. Masquera came in, and honestly, I think he made some good recoveries. I think he made some good tackles. Actually, I think he was actually pretty good. I'm going to give Masquera a 7. I was actually impressed with how he performed today. Obviously, it's a big task coming in for Saliba, but I think he was exceptionally well today. Now, Gabriel, I don't think it was his best performance, but I don't think I can sit and say he was bad at all. Probably give him a 7. I think he made some good tackles at times, good interceptions, and stepped up when he needed to. So yeah, I'll give him a 7. Hincapié as well. I want to give Hincapié a 7. He made some really good, interceptions. I thought he defended quite well. I think he's definitely grown in confidence as the season's going on. It was really nice to see him start today as well, because I know he's not always a starter with Calafiori coming back into the team. But yeah, I think he's grown into his role. I think he's grown in confidence, and I'm really enjoying watching him play. I do really love watching him. I think he's doing such a superb job. And yeah, I think going forward he has a lot to offer as well. And it's really good to see him get these minutes. There's going to be a bit of competition there with him, Calafiori, but I was really impressed with what I saw from him today. Midfield, this is this is where it probably goes downhill a little bit. I don't think this was our best midfield sort of today. So you have Mendy, give him a 6. I'm not going to just blame it on him. Don't think it was his best performance either. I just felt in the midfield today, I felt as though that um, we were very vulnerable. You know, they won the ball back. We struggled to get it back. Just things like that. They just carved through our midfield far too easily for me. I know we got into good positions at times, but I just think it was very poor defensively. And yeah, not the best performance really. Um, Declan Rice, similar. Probably give him a 6. Maybe probably the 6.5 actually. Maybe he was the better midfielder, but I thought he had quite a quiet game today, to be honest with you. Obviously he made a good interception at the end to deny Brentford, but yeah, I don't think he stood out to me today, and I felt kind of like wowed by him. I feel like he needs to do a little bit more. He had some chances again, which I think are great, but we have to do a lot better, to be honest with you. If we want to win the league, we need these players to step up. So yeah, I'll probably give him a 6.5. Eze, I'm gonna give Eze a 4. I think he was below average. I just don't think he did anything for me to feel like he should be starting. I wasn't sort of surprised by anything that he did. Feel like again in these games of Eze, no one's really claiming that spot for me for that attacking midfield position. And if I was Eze, I would do everything I can so Arteta would pick me. I don't feel like he is. He just isn't doing enough for me. I don't feel like wowed by him right now. I feel like he's lacking that creativity. He's lacking that spark in that position. I don't know why, because he is talented. We know Eze can perform at such a high level, but I just think he is not really doing that great. I don't know if I'd be tempted to play him against Wigan and try to get his confidence back up, but it just to me was quite a poor performance from him today, if I'm being honest. I just want to big up to chat, big up to Kieran. We only got what we deserved from this game, sadly, but we were lucky to get a draw. Yeah, we were lucky to get a draw in the end. You're definitely right about that. 4 points ahead, which were a month ago, so don't panic. Yeah, listen, I think we are, still 4 points. Pardon me, it's not the end of the world. I do still feel, we're still top of the table. I'm still very happy about that. But it's not really a good performance of us today. We need to be doing so much better. Big up to Luke. Good to see you in here. Hope you're keeping well. So that's pretty much my thoughts on the midfielders, the defenders. I'm going to go into the attack now. So we did see Madueke get us the goal, which I thought was actually going to be the winning goal. I think we all did at that stage of the game. I mean, it was a great header. I was really pleased with Madueke. I've been speaking about him, and I've been saying to you guys how much I want to see him get a goal, and he got that goal. And I thought he was actually really good. I'm going to give him an 8 today. I thought he seized the opportunity with Saka not being here. I know Saka came on later, but I feel like he made the most of that opportunity. And I thought, goal he scored. The goal we scored was such an important goal for us, and obviously I was hoping that we would have won that game by that goal, but obviously it wasn't meant to be. But yeah, I thought it was a really good goal from Madueke. I can't really fault him today. Trossard again, I thought it was a good performance from him today, another strong performance from Trossard. I think he had some good link-up play today with Rice, Mosquera. Yeah, I think obviously he works really hard on the left-hand side to find spaces, put deliveries into the box. So I thought he did really good today. I mean, as always, I think he always does good, but I feel like he definitely, was really good today. I mean, Trossard worked so hard for this team, and yeah, I really appreciate how hard he worked today. I thought he was very, very good. I was really impressed with him today. I'm going to give him a 7. Gyökeres, I felt like he really never got going, if I'm being honest. Like, I don't really think much happened. I do want to say, obviously, the fact that it's difficult, really, because he didn't get many chances, really. I don't think he was getting much creativity. Do you think if Havertz plays, maybe he would be a bit more involved? I think he didn't really get much involvement in the game. Um, give him a 5. I can't say and say he was awful. He had a few good runs. Obviously, the players did try to grab his shirt at times, but yeah, I don't think he did anything too special today. It was a quiet game, but again, from these players, I think it was a very quiet game overall. Let me look now at the subs while I'm chatting with you guys. I just want to check who came on. Oh yeah, Odegaard. Odegaard came on at the start of the second half, and then Saka came on in the 70th minute. Odegaard, I felt he brought a bit of energy. He had a few shots here and there. He had a shot that went wide. I think he definitely lifted the energy up a bit, I would say, but he didn't do anything for me to feel kind of like wowed by it. I'd probably give him a 6, just a bit above average. Like, I do think he had a bit to offer, but I don't think it was enough for me to be amazed by it. But again, it was a very brave decision from Arteta to really throw him on in the start of the second half. I do rate that. So yeah, I think Odegaard just needs to build up his game time. Obviously, Odegaard has been injured quite a lot. He did pick up a knock actually as well, but I do think he brought the energy, lifted the team up a bit. But I don't think he did anything that I think he should have maybe shot a bit more, found passes, space. I think it's really difficult. I don't want to just talk about one player here, but I feel like as he's our captain in these games, he needs to do a bit more as our captain. He needs to be a bit more creative, find spaces, do a bit more. I wanted him to do a bit more than what he did, to be honest with you, but I will see how it goes for him. Saka came on in the 70th minute, and if I'm being honest, sounds probably harsh, but you wouldn't know he was playing. I don't think he did too much today, if I'm being honest. I wanted him to get involved a bit more. I wanted him to do a little bit more than what he was doing. I felt like he had a very, very quiet game, to be honest with you. So I was hoping Saka could do a bit more in this game. He came on like in the 70th minute, but he didn't do enough for me. Big up to Kieran. Eze is sulking and needs to take the finger out, to be fair. He needs to step up now. I would play him versus Wigan in the next game if he plays well in the match start on versus Wolves. Yeah, I do agree that I think Eze definitely needed to step up. So Eze needed to show Arteta, this is why I should be starting week in, week out. This is why you should give me a chance. Eze just, I don't know what I can say the reason why. It just was a very flat performance from him, like a lot of the team. But with Eze, you want him to be more creative. You want him to find new sort of passes, shoot more. I don't even remember if he had any chances or any shots on target. He was very quiet. You want him to build a good sort of dynamic with Gyökeres, because I feel like Havertz was working really well with Gyökeres, and obviously we didn't really see this dynamic as much in the game with Eze. So I wanted Eze to kind of maybe put more crosses in the box, be a bit more creative, and we didn't see that. I do agree with you, Kieran. I would start him against Wigan to build up his confidence, and maybe start him and Odegaard to see if they can work well together. But I do agree. I do think he needs to step up and perform much better when Odegaard isn't here. Big up to AWFC Matchday Vlogs. Do you think Rice needs to take the armband? I think he would be the best captain right now, to be honest with you. I do feel like I have been quite patient with Odegaard, and I've tried to think ways he is a good captain, but I just feel like Declan Rice would be the perfect captain for us. Like, I feel like he would be so amazing. I feel like he should be the captain, if I'm being honest with you guys. I think you see Declan Rice's leadership, when he is playing every game. And Declan Rice is fit. Odegaard really is struggling to be available. So I would personally would like to see that happen. Don't think it would happen though. Because I feel like the team clearly like Odegaard as the captain. But Odegaard, I don't think Odegaard's the Odegaard of old. I don't know why. We've seen glimpses of it this season when he's come on and he has done good. But I just think we need players that are going to be consistent, and I don't think Odegaard is that right now, nor is Eze. I do wonder if we took the captaincy off Odegaard, would that maybe take the pressure off him, or does he enjoy having the pressure of being a captain? I don't know really, but I do think Rice or Gabriel is also another one who I think would be a good captain for Arsenal. We like Gabriel. I think he would be a great captain. Rice should have scored that goal instead of passing it on when we were 1-0 up. That would have changed the game. He should be. Yeah, I do agree. That was a really pivotal moment in the game. I do think he should be our captain, but I don't think we're going to change that. I think the reality is Odegaard this season has struggled to be available for this team and has struggled to stay fit. And with a captain, you need someone who is going to be reliable and it's going to pull you through games. And that is exactly who Declan Rice is, or Gabriel. I think Gabriel would also be a good captain, but I think Odegaard just isn't that really. I think Odegaard has the calmness. I think it's good to have that calmness about you. He's also has been very good for us these past few seasons, but this past season or two, he just hasn't been the Odegaard that we know he can be, and that's probably why we're not happy with him being the captain. He does need to step up in these moments. I just want to check if I missed out any other players in the subs. Martinelli came on. I don't think Martinelli did too much, to be honest with you. He came on in the 81st minute. Probably give him a 5. Don't think he really did anything that surprised me, or I felt wow, like amazed by that. I was hoping to see a bit more from him. Martinelli can be a real good super sub. Martinelli can be someone that can come off the bench and really change the game and really improve it, but I don't think we saw that too much today. So not a good performance. I agree. I don't think any subs really changed the game. Like, I don't think any of the subs made me feel like, wow, you really improved us. I think it was really weird, actually. I think it was just a flat performance from us today. I think the players that came on, it was just very flat. Just wasn't good enough for me today. So, I'm quite disappointed with that, really. It does feel like a loss. We have drawn. You don't think we've picked up points because we should on paper beat them, but it just wasn't good from us today. So I am very, very disappointed. I'm not gonna lie. If you guys have got any last questions, do drop them in, as I'll probably be ending this in about 5 minutes time. But do make sure you guys are liking, subscribing, and dropping any questions you want to ask me before I end the show. But it does feel like a loss. I do feel quite gutted. I feel really flat, actually. I've chatted for half an hour, but I do feel very flat and deflated about today. It just doesn't feel good enough for me. He really was. When I heard he was injured, I was so gutted, because I feel like him and Yorkos are building this really good dynamic together, and it does feel like a loss. I'm not gonna lie. We look like a tired team. Yeah, that's what I worry about, really. Again, like, going back to this comment here, the subs does worry me a bit about the lack of impact the subs made today. I just don't think they did anything. Like, you want your subs to really improve your team, and I don't think that happened today. I felt quite disappointed with how poor that was in the game. You want these players to really make a big difference, and they didn't do that today for me. So that was really disappointing, actually. I think Martin, I expect him to have a bit more of an impact as well. But it is what it is. I feel like we just have to put this one behind us and really move forwards. We are still 4 points ahead. It doesn't feel like that, because we do feel quite deflated and emotional as fans. But hopefully we can bounce back from this. We've got our game this weekend. We've got Wigan. And obviously we do have Wolves next Wednesday, so we'll have to see how we get on. But yeah, big up to you guys. Obviously, thank you for everyone that did watch my match reaction. I always love to come in here to get your thoughts on the game. So a big thank you to anyone that has watched. I really appreciate it. Obviously, there's games this weekend for Arsenal women, obviously the men's team as well. So yeah, I'll be back this weekend. Back every day. I usually do some content, so do check it out. But thank you for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed my live match reaction. Yeah, I'm going to be doing a video tomorrow with AWFC Matchday Vlogs to talk about Arsenal women, which will be a pre-recorded video, but looking forward to having you on my channel. But yeah, thank you all for watching. I'm going to end this now, but love to all of you in the chat. Those that are watching this, thank you so much, and I'll speak to you all very soon. And yeah, take care, everyone.